This is a tale that you humans have passed down throughout uncounted generations. It tells of a war of unmatched scale and ferocity, the likes of which will never be seen again. One dark fateful day, the earth cracked wide and malevolent forces rushed forth from the fissure. They mounted a brutal assault upon the surface people, driving their land into deep despair. They burnt forests to ash, choked the land's sweet springs, and murdered without hesitation. They did all this in their lust to take the ultimate power protected by her grace, the goddess. The power she gathered was without equal. Handed down by the gods of all, this power gave its holder the means to make any desire a reality. Such was the might of the ultimate power that the Old Ones placed it in the care of the goddess. To prevent this great power from falling into the hands of evil swarming the land, the goddess gathered the surviving humans on an outcropping of earth. She sent us skyward beyond the reach of the demonic hordes, beyond even the clouds. With the humans safe, the goddess joined forces with the land dwellers and fought the evil forces, sealing them away. At last, peace was restored to the surface. This is the tale that you humans have told for many ages, generation to generation. But there are other legends long hidden away from memory that are entwined with this tale. Now, a new legend bound to this great story stands ready to be revealed. A legend that will be forged by your hand. Hey guys, welcome to my review of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Link figure by Figma. So yeah, this figure has been in my collection for some time. As you can see here, this is completely original. Yeah, this is from the first release all the way back to 2013. So it's a little bit of the box and the figure itself, but hey, it was my first collectible figure, my first Figma. So this figure has a lot of meaning to me. One of the things that I really like about this box is basically the pictures that it has on the side. As you can see here, Link holding his sword up, looking pretty awesome. Of course, you have him here just normally standing by. I just love the background here on this side because of the sky and everything just looks so great. And it's a nice look at the figure. Basically, the box is showing you everything you're getting, not BSing you, as you can see there. Here you can see the different faces and all that, which is awesome. So let's open up the box, of course. Now, like I said, this is an old Figma back from 2013, so it's a 1.0, it's not a 2.0, guys. So don't expect something out of this world in terms of the figure quality itself. But as you can see here, he looks great inside his little plastic coffin. Now, as you can see here, in terms of accessories, he doesn't really come with much. Pretty bare bones. I mean, he comes with his shield, his sword, different hands, windswept hair, of course a screaming face, his scabbard, and the effect part. So he doesn't really come with much, but it lets you do quite a few things. Now let's take a closer look at his accessories. You can see here, the sword looks great. It's pointy, so you want to be a little bit careful. The effect part looks great. The shield looks pretty awesome, especially with the rays of the Triforce, and the Skyward looks great, a little bit chunkier. Now the shield does have a problem, and is here what we're gonna talk about this, because as you can see it has some holes, so you're supposed to move it and all that, but it's not really that stable, it's not that good, and they did a way better version of the shield and the sword as well in the Twilight Princess one, so that is pretty awesome that they actually went back and fixed that. Now let's talk about the articulations. You can see here the arms go as this much, but it can go almost full 90, as you can see there, maybe a little bit more than 90, which is great. And as you can see, this is all the way it goes up when it comes around, but normally like that. The hands, of course, they don't have ball joints, they have these little pegs, as you can see there, which are still pretty darn good considering how long it's been, but you want to be a little careful because they might break. As you can see here, the head looks pretty nice, and going up and down, you know, pretty standard. Of course, as you can see, the back of the cap can rotate a full 360, and there I go popping it off. Yeah, it happens, don't worry guys, that's pretty normal with this figure. Now the knees and the legs can go this much, and the knee articulation is pretty darn good actually. And of course the feet can go up, down, there are on a ball joint, which is pretty awesome, and the toes up and down, that's pretty much what it can do. But in the torso articulations, you can see here is pretty darn a lot. You can basically move him pretty well. And another thing is that he also had this cut on his tunic to allow you even more articulation for the legs, so that is pretty awesome. But let's get to some poses. Of course, he looks great. It's a really nice representation of him. Remember that this figure was limited to what was available to Figma back in 2013, and it still looks amazing. I mean, it still holds up. It has nothing to do with it being from a Wii game or anything like that. Here you can see it with the sword and shield in hand, looking pretty awesome. The reason I say that is because some people are like, oh, how can you compare it to Link figures? Well, it's quite simple. This is a Figma 1.0. The Twilight Princess one is a 2.0, meaning the tools have changed, meaning he's gonna look way better, a lot slimmer, more articulation, all that stuff. Trust me, when we get to that review, you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about, but he looks awesome here. Even from the back, as you can see, the Skyward is a little bit chunkier, and the Twilight Princess one is a lot thinner, and I like how they went with that. The back of the knees is what people are not gonna like because of that bend, but he just looks awesome, and with that screaming face, he just looks amazing. Now I do want to stress this, the shield can be a pain because the way they made it, it just falls a lot, so it's not that good, but the rest of the figure is 100% amazing. Now here you can see it with that slash effect, and it looks awesome. It still looks great. I just love the way it looks. I like the sharpness. I like how you put it on the sword, you just slide it in there, no problems. It does make the sword a little bit heavier, but you can do spin attacks, of course, as you can see there, so it really helps you out to have the stand for him. And another thing is that you might want to take that spin attack to smash, so yeah, you can do a bunch of really cool poses with him. And as you can see here, upward thrust, looking awesome. It's just, this figure, once you get it in a nice pose, it's just gonna look amazing for any angle. Here you can see the finishing blow going down, which is pretty awesome. You might want to be careful with that one, he does tend to fall off there. But as you can see, you can have him running, which is another thing that is just cool, because in this game was where the stamina meter and running like that was introduced, so it's pretty awesome that you have that. But you can also have him swimming, of course. Well, the best version that you can get with him was swimming, of course. But the main thing is, well, he doesn't have a sail cloth, so he's gonna be skydiving all the time. As you can see there, that is pretty darn awesome. I wish he would have come with a loft wing. So this figure is amazing and everything, and we have to get to some final thoughts, sadly. As you can see there, this figure, in my opinion, is probably one of the best figures of Link out there. It's just, at the time that was made, you know, back 2013, it was the first Link figure official, which is crazy. Like, official, when I'm talking about the first Link figure, I'm talking about the first good one, because there has been some other ones like the Bendy Keychain one, the one from Nintendo Power. You know, those figures were okay, but those were more toys, not for adult collectibles, and this is the first one of those. Now, there have been other versions, like I said. There's the Link Between Worlds one, there's the Twilight Princess, of course, that I have the DX version, and there has been some other ones like the Nandoroids, which are pretty cute, and the Medicom one, which is the 12-inch one that they made. That sadly is really expensive, and I'm not really into 12-inch figures, but it looks great, it looks awesome. But in terms of 6-inch, like, there's only the Figma ones. There's no Amazing Yamaguchis, there's no S.H.Figuarts, and I think we're not gonna be able to see any of those, because Figma kind of has the Nintendo thing locked down, honestly. And man, this figure, it still holds up. It still holds up. It has some problems, of course. You have to be careful with the hands, with the low pegs, so you don't break them, because if you break them, there's no replacement. The shield, like I said, it keeps falling off. You can put a little bit of sticky tack there, but once it loses the effectiveness of the sticky tack, it just goes down. But like I said, they fixed it in the Twilight Princess version. They just fixed all those problems, and it's just awesome. I wish he would have come with more accessories, of course. I would have loved to have the Beetle, the crossbow, the slingshot, the claw shot. All those would have been amazing to add on, but sadly they didn't make a DX version. But Figma does tend to take some of their figures from 1.0 to 2.0. Sadly, this is a trend that we have only been seeing on the Fate figures, so we don't know if that will ever happen. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe if one day we get Skyward Sword HD remake, maybe we'll see that at some points, but I really don't know what else to say. If you are hoping for a better version of this guy. So Link, what figure should I review next? Do you think I did a good job here? Let me know in the comments, right? Huh, that sounds interesting. We'll see what we can do, right?